Porn star? I never wanted to be called as a porn star, is what Mia Khalifa told in one of her interviews. Before we get on to the actual content of today's video, please don't forget to hit on the subscribe button and click on the bell icon so that every time I have something for you, you get notified immediately, and let's keep in touch. Hey guys, I hope you're all doing good. So, it's Sunday today and I am here with a story. I mean a real life story of a person who becomes famous for being searched on internet, especially through incognito mode. So I know by the thumbnail you would have already known that it's about Mia Khalifa. Yes. And now most of you would be like, dude, like the world is suffering from coronavirus and you want to talk about Mia Khalifa? Seriously? My answer is yes, I want to. You know, like today, being quarantined, not stepping out of the house, can't get what you want to eat, you know, those carvings, all of these parties that we used to attend. To sum it up, not doing what your life used to be is suffering. That's what you feel, but that's not suffering, guys. People out there are not able to afford 3 times meal a day. They don't have homes to stay. They cannot earn their living to lead a basic life. That is when, I started, searching as to, I want to know who's famous, but, who suffered a lot, but still suffering in their life. And that's when in that list I saw Mia Khalifa. So that's why today I'm here to talk about Mia Khalifa and her story. Sorry, the suffering story. From being born in some place and then moving to another country with her parents, putting down for not being of the same complexion as people around, undergoing racism, being bullied, body shaming, falling in love with another person who then cheated her, getting into a wrong industry and working for that 3 months. And even after post-realization of a wrong industry, she was being called as a traitor by her beloved country. This was the other side of her life. And hence, I'm going to tell you the complete details of it. So she was born in 1993 in Lebanon, and in 2001 she moved to United States with her family. And as usual, she was around of a high school age, and her parents put to her education to continue her high school. And in high school she started to actually learn English because in the previous country where they stayed, there was not much of an English communication, and people there called her weird. They bullied her, they body shamed her for being fat, and a lot of depressing things happened in her high school. But she somehow tried to overcome all of it, and in the end of the high school life, she was proposed by a guy. And that's when she felt overwhelmed about that feeling, and obviously she said yes to it. And they got married right after the school. But her parents, kind of told no to this, but she disagreed to it and she got married to him. And then, after getting married, so Mia wanted to continue her education. So she took up Bachelor's of Arts, that's what we call BA, college days. And after marriage, she just wanted to, look more fit. So that's when she lost 28 to 30 kgs of weight. And that was a great transformation. And now that she looked really good, she got all those attentions, being called wow, such a great transformation, she kind of liked it. But then on the other hand, her married life was getting worse. And that's when her husband left her. That's when she lost it completely. And she was totally into, submerged into that depression. And one day walking back, she was approached by a producer, like a film producer, who said, "You can be the next supermodel. Are you interested to be one?" And this girl was surprised also to a girl who was actually being body shamed. From there to being proposed to a film, it made her kind of happy. And she said, yes, I would love to. And then, he gave some dates and, they started on the first day of the shoot. That's when she realizes that this is not something that she thought of. And she refused to do that. But then, the team around there convinced her she'll be paid a lot for doing such things. And this kind of fascinated her that time. And she told, yeah, like I'll take it up for, 2 to 3 months of trial period. And mind you guys, the payment was actually $12,000 for 12 videos, meaning $1,000 for a video. And she was actually, need of that money. And then, a couple of shoots happened later. But then one day, she was asked to wear hijab. So that's like, they were in the Middle East side, and given entry to the shoot, for which she completely said no. And she told the producer that you guys gonna put me in trouble for doing this. But she had no other go apart from doing it. And then after a few days, they edit it and they release it on the channels. And 2 days later, there is a Twitter comment with a picture of hers by one of the well-known person from a Middle East. You're gonna do this, you will be chopped off. And boom, this goes viral in less than a week. She becomes famous for being searched on internet and incognito mode, and her parents said that she was born because of a sin, and her birth country called her a traitor. And finally, she decides to resign and start a new life. So she moved to a new city in States, and then she started to work in a basic job. But people there, she felt those stares, felt like they can see through her clothes. That's kind of feeling she felt when she was walking around on streets, and she couldn't take that anymore. And she decides to come out and talk to people about this. That's when she started to give her interviews. And one day she communicated in one of her interviews that she doesn't want to be called as a porn star and be recognized like that. And in a radio interview at Florida, and also in a BBC interview, I think you guys would have watched that BBC interview, she stated that she wants to work as a sports commentator and be recognized over this than as a porn star. So this was kind of suffering in her life. But I know now she's currently married to Robert, and I hope she gets that recognition as a commentator and lead her life happily. Thank you for watching. I hope you all liked the video. If yes, please hit on the thumbs up symbol below and support me. And for more such videos, do not forget to subscribe to Miss Talk. I come up with such interesting topics of discussion on every Saturdays, and must know top 10 things, that is T-Cube, on every Monday, Tuesday, Thursday and Friday, and some interesting stories on every Wednesdays and Sundays. Keep watching. Much love. Take care.